Imagine saying the exact same sentence as someone else, but they are praised for being confident while you are judged for being too much. And what if I tell you that the problem is not that you lack confidence? The real problem is something deeper. And once you understand it, you will stop shrinking yourself and start showing up differently. Stay till the end, because I'll share how you can build confidence without changing who you are. You might think, maybe I just need to become more confident. But what if you've been trying to fix a problem that was never actually yours? Because research and conversations around the confidence gap suggest something surprising. Women are not always less confident. Many women are simply more careful about how their confidence is perceived, and understanding this can completely change how you see yourself. Let me tell you about a friend of mine, Emma. Emma is one of the smartest people I know. At work, she always had the best ideas, but she rarely spoke first in meetings. One day I asked her why, and she said, "I know my ideas are unique, but I don't want people to think I'm showing off." That stayed with me. Because how many women do you know who stay quiet not because they have nothing to say, but because they've learned that speaking up can come with judgment? Have you ever felt that too? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes women are not silent because they don't believe in themselves. They are silent because they have learned that being confident can come with consequences. But in this video, I'll show you how to stop playing small while still staying authentic. The confidence gap is often misunderstood. For years, people believed women simply needed more confidence. Speak louder. Be more assertive. Believe in yourself. And yes, confidence matters, but the bigger question is, why do many women hesitate to show confidence? One reason is the double standard. Confidence in a man is often seen as leadership. Confidence in a woman can sometimes be misunderstood. A woman is often expected to be confident but also perfectly polite, humble, and agreeable at the same time. It feels like walking on a tightrope. And this next part is something every woman needs to hear. If you constantly reduce yourself to make others comfortable, you might be protecting your image, but you are also hiding your potential. Here's how you can change that. The first step is understanding the difference between arrogance and confidence. Arrogance says, "I am better than everyone." Confidence says, "I know my value." You don't need to become the loudest person in the room. You don't need to copy someone else's personality. Confidence is not about becoming someone different. It is about trusting the person you already are. I remember another girl I knew from work, Olivia. She was quiet, but when she finally spoke in meetings, her ideas were always strong. Still, she would end every sentence with, "But maybe I'm wrong." One day, after she shared a brilliant idea, someone else repeated it and got praised for it. That moment changed her. And maybe you've had a moment like that too. But there is one mistake many women make when trying to become confident. They wait until they feel confident before taking action. And that is exactly why they stay stuck. Let me explain. Confidence is not something you magically wake up with. Confidence is built through evidence. Every time you do something uncomfortable, you collect proof that you are capable. Speaking up once, sharing your opinion, trying something new, setting a boundary, taking credit for your own work. These small actions tell your brain, maybe I can trust myself. And slowly, confidence becomes your identity. Think about the first time you did something scary and survived it. Maybe it was posting a photo without overthinking it. Maybe it was saying no without apologizing. Maybe it was walking into a room alone and realizing you belonged there. That is how confidence grows. Now here is where most confidence advice fails women. It says, just be more confident. But it ignores one important thing. You also need strategies to handle how people respond when you become more visible. So how do you become confident without feeling like you are becoming someone else? Step 1. Own your achievements. Many women achieve something and immediately say, "I was lucky. My team helped. It wasn't a big deal." Yes, appreciate others, but also learn to say, "I worked hard for this. I contributed to this. I am proud of this. You can be humble and still recognize your own value. I once knew a woman who got promoted, and when people congratulated her, she kept saying, "Oh, it was nothing." But later, she told me she had worked late nights, solved problems no one else could, and carried the pressure quietly for months. Why should she hide that? Why should you hide yours? The next habit can completely change how people see you, and more importantly, how you see yourself, because confidence is not only about what you say, it is also about what you allow. Step 2. Stop apologizing for existing. Notice how often women say, "Sorry, can I ask something? Sorry, maybe this is wrong. Sorry for bothering you." Sometimes we apologize even before speaking. Try replacing it with, "I have a thought. I want to add something. I see this differently." Your voice deserves space. And if you've ever been the girl who rehearses every sentence in her head before speaking, I want you to know something. You do not need to sound perfect to sound powerful. You just need to sound like yourself. And remember this, the goal is not to become a woman who never doubts herself. The goal is to become a woman who moves forward even when doubt exists. Because confident women are not women who never feel fear. They are women who stop allowing fear to make decisions for them. So the next time your mind says, "What if they judge me?" ask yourself, "What if I finally stop judging myself first?" So the next time you feel like you are too much, remember, your ambition is not a problem. Your voice is not a problem. Your confidence is not a problem. The world doesn't need women to become smaller. It needs more women who are willing to take up space. If this video helped you, comment below. I am choosing to show up. If you want more videos that help you build a stronger mindset, overcome challenges, and upgrade the way you think, make sure you subscribe to the Mind Upgrade.